Hi guys, it's me Laura, and I just wanted to say hello. And I know that it's been a while. I've been super busy, but I'm super excited to be here tonight. And tonight is going to be a little different. I'm not going to paint. It's kind of late right now, but I was watching Molly's artistry tonight, and she was showing her studio, and I thought, hey, you know what? Let me do a cute little video about my workspace. Um, I call it my studio, but it's our spare bedroom, and it's where I do my painting. It's where I do everything. To be honest, you'll see in a minute. I'm going to walk you around. I'm going to show you all the different areas that I have, and the different things that I have going on in here. And so I'm just kind of welcoming you into my world for a little bit. And I just wanted to say thank you again for the new subscribers and for everyone who's been following me. It's exciting. I don't get to do as many videos as I'd like to, but I have fun, and I'm going to try to make some time to do the videos. Right now, I might be painting once a week. I'm hoping. It's been a couple of weeks actually since I painted anything. I do markets and sell my art, but right now in the summer here in Houston, Texas, it's so hot, which according to the news is pretty hot all over. So I don't anticipate going out to markets until maybe October. End of September, 1st of October, we'll see. And then I'll get started painting again. So right now I kind of taking my time about it. And once I do start painting, I will start doing videos again. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I got a new light. I have a new ring light, and it's a larger ring light, and I get to put my cell phone right in the middle, and that's exciting for me. I know I had a viewer that said for me to work on my lighting, and I agree. I need to work on my lighting. So I went from having no ring lights to a small ring light that my son bought me, and then now I have a larger ring light, so I get to use both of them, and I'm so excited about that. So anyways, come on, you get to do a walkthrough in my painting studio space. And again, thank you so much for following me, and let's get started. Okay, so first and foremost, here's a folding table that I have in my art room, and it's a 6-foot folding table. So now that I've been doing a lot of larger paintings, this one right here is a 20 by 20. I really can only do 2 paintings at a time. But look, there's my new light. I'm so excited about it. It's a larger light. It has the middle for my camera, and then I can fold it right over my painting. So that's going to be exciting. So for now, I have 2 spaces to paint, and now that is the other one that I had, the other ring light that I had, this super cutie here. So it doesn't really have a room for my camera, so I was using this ring light, and then I would use this tripod and put my camera in the middle. So I'd have the 2 of them together to paint, and it'd have to sit up on the table, so it would take up space. So I'm excited to work with this larger one. It's off the table, so I have this whole area to work with. I'm super excited about that. So for now, this is where I paint. So kind of my thing is I paint at least 2 paintings here, large, or I can do 3 medium. When I was doing the 12 by 24s, I was able to do 4 at a time because I would put 2 vertical here, and then I would put 2 vertical here. So that was super awesome. So what I do is I paint it, I let it dry between, it depends if I'm doing a Dutch pour or if I'm doing a cloud or ring pour, because, not ring pour, I'm sorry, pearl pour. The pearl pour and the cloud pour are very thin, so they literally dry within a day to 2. If I do a Dutch pour, I give it like 3 to 5 days. And then if I do a ring pour, it's probably about a week that I leave it here. And then once it's dried, then I move it over to this side to get resin. And this table is even smaller. It's a 4-foot table. And so now I have this tripod over here. I could probably put a light on this side. So these two still need to be resined. And so again, I can only do 2 on this side, or if they're the small ones, I can maybe fit 4 on this side. But this is my resin table. And then I wait for the resin. I come back in 24 hours and then I'll take the tape off the back because I've left it longer than that. And it's so hard to take off. So 24 hours, I come back in, I use my heat gun, I take it off, then I leave it there. And I leave it there for another day, and then I move it to this rack over here. But right now, it's full of artwork that is for sale. Because again, I haven't been doing any shows. So what I do is I take all of my art to, well, I don't take all of it, but I take art over to Millage in Friendswood, Texas. And the owner there, Priscilla, she lets us hang our art. They're in her lobby area, and it's a very large lobby. So I go every 30 days and I switch out my art. So right now I have these here at home and I have some over at Millage. But everything is on my website. So if you're interested in look at any of my artwork, just go to my website. So I have the, this is 12 by 12. 10 by 10s, 8 by 8s. I believe that one's a 14 by 14. And this bottom one, I think, is 11 by 14 maybe. And then my larger ones are here in the box. They're larger, like 24. I have to look. Everything's online. And then these are my canvases. I have one 8 by 8. I have a pack of 12 by 12, and then I have a pack of 11 by 14, and those are Arteza. And then I have some 20 by 20 and some 16 by 20. So those are just, I'm getting ready for the fall. And then of course, commission pieces. I do commission work as well. I just did one recently and went and dropped it off to her, and it was beautiful. Everybody loves it, you guys. So I have some boxes for mailing out my art. So now let's move to this table. This is the third table in my room. Looks kind of junky down there, but this is my shipping area. So those are all of the priority boxes and wrapping and bubble wraps and all of that stuff down there. So this table, I usually do all of my shipping on this table. I have my packing tape, and we had a boutique, my daughter and I, and so we have our lint roller and our measuring tape. We would sell clothing and purses, accessories, jewelry, things like that. So now I ship out art. Another thing I do at this table is I mix my paint. I mix my paints. So this is my newest one, the Amsterdam, and I have my bottle, my water, and I'll move everything over here. Normally I have my Floetrol over here, my Artist Loft white paint. Here is my scale to measure to thin them out. So it's a scale that I got on Amazon, and then I cover it because you can see I drop paint on there. I don't want to ruin my scale. So I mix my paints here. I ship my paints out here. So I have all of my shipping boxes and stuff. And then I have my large boxes and my large paper for my artwork. And then this little hodgepodge area is all of my resin. This originally started out to be just resin, but I've added, all of my art tools are right there. They're all kind of thrown there, but they're clean. I guess that's all that really matters. I do use the gloves sometimes with my artwork, but primarily this was all my resin section. So I had all my cups to mix my resin and mica colors. These are all my mica colors up here. My flowers, white bees, again, because of resin. Yeah. So I have my molds down there on the bottom shelf with my trays to cover my resin so they don't get like little lint and things like that. So then, like I said, this is my resin table. And so I have my resin down here. I have my bags to bag up my art. And then I have the squeeze bottles extra. I have 2 boxes of Arteza because Arteza is my favorite art and my favorite paint. I don't know why I keep calling it art. It's really just paint. Um, Arteza does not sponsor me at all, even though that would be amazing, but I love Arteza. So these are my paints. So let's see. Let's start from the beginning. When I first started doing art, I wasn't sure if I was going to know how or like it. So it's an investment. Doing art is not cheap. And, I didn't want to put a lot of money into something that was just going to go to waste. So I started off with Artist Loft paint from Michaels, and I bought it on sale. I bought it with my rewards. So I was dirt cheap. It was a good way for me to start. And then after that, I moved up to Liquitex. And the Liquitex is $1 more. I think it's $1, maybe $2 more, but it's still fairly reasonable to pay. And then, when we dilute it this way, they last a lot longer. And then I went to Arteza, and I love Arteza. I can't say enough about Arteza. So I have more Arteza. They're my favorite so far. I haven't tried everything. There's so many other brands that I want to try, but for right now, Artist Loft, Liquitex, Arteza. And the next brand that I want to start, I'm buying small at a time. And these are more expensive. So I think these, on sale and Michael's Rewards, I think I may pay $3.50 a tube of paint. And I think this one was $4 or $5. Arteza, I started buying the single ones first, and they were like $7.99. And then my son got me a box, and then I bought another box. $30, $40, I don't know, but it's a whole box of them. And then Amsterdam. I hear so much stuff about Amsterdam, and I was like, hey, I want to try it, but it's a little bit more expensive. Like, I think these tubes, I think each one of them I paid $8 maybe for each tube. So you're talking about $3 to $8 a tube. But man, when you get into these pigments of these higher prices, you don't use as much and you don't lose the color. So it's amazing. I still want to try golden. Those are super expensive for me. But I see and hear so many amazing things about them. And there's just so many paints that I want to try. But for now, I am doing Arteza and Amsterdam. I have the Deco Arts Extreme Sheen, pretty much all the colors back there that I can think of. They're all mixed. So these squeezy bottles, these squeege bottles, those are my Dutch pour consistencies. That recipe for the Dutch pour, so all of those bottles that you see, that recipe comes from Canela Sirocco, and she is amazing. And she does the most beautiful Dutch pours. I love it. And she has a recipe, I think it's her video number 63, but I could be wrong. But it's Canela Sirocco. She has a video that shows how to mix your paints with Floetrol and water to get the consistency for her Dutch pours. So all of these bottles, they're mixed her way. My printer, so I can print out my labels, all of the printer stuff in the smaller boxes, because we used to ship out jewelry. Smaller boxes and bags. This is a hodgepodge of mess over here. I do everything at this, from bills to art. I do all of my editing of my videos on my phone. I don't download anything to my computer. And so this is really just taking care of correspondence and bills and pictures and things like that. It's everything. It's business, it's personal, it's everything. Over here, some of the tools that I have. I have my heat gun for the resin. I have my torch. Now that torch, let me tell you about this little baby torch. When I started to look at all of the artists using the torch, it was very intimidating. I was so scared. I told my husband, there is no way I'm going to be having fire over my paintings. So I bought the littlest torch that you can imagine because I was so afraid to use a torch. Well, when you get to these big old paintings, you need a bigger torch. So that is on my next list, to upgrade my torch to a larger torch that has a bigger flame so I can knock these bubbles out. I upgraded my blow dryer for my Dutch pours. Canilla Sirocco was talking about this on her video. She doesn't necessarily recommend this, but I think one of her viewers was talking about this attachment. So I went ahead and got it. I'm going to be super honest, you guys. I don't like the blow dryer at all. I love the attachment. I do not like the blow dryer. The low is too low and the high is super high. Look at the splashes on my wall. That literally came from this blow dryer. Like, seriously. Like, it's crazy. I used the other blow dryer, which is a bigger full-size blow dryer, and I could use it on low and high, and I never splatted like this one. This one's crazy. I have my my modeling paste. I have my gesso. I have my golden, the pouring medium gloss, and then the GAC 800 behind it. I have... what I have here is for the pearl mix, like the cloud mix, pearl mix, things like that. And the recipe that I follow is with Pieces of Terra Artistry. So that is a different technique, and I love her recipe. I mean, I've seen other people leave a recipe, but I love hers. Pieces of Terra Artistry, I think, has the best pearl recipe. Cloud, I still get those confused, but she has a new one, and I wrote down everything, so I gotta try it. Her white pearl cell recipe, so she is amazing. Go to Pieces of Terra Artistry. Her work is beautiful. There's a couple of paintings that she inspires me and I need to try, but I haven't yet, but I will. And go look at her recipes and her artwork. It's so beautiful. My Floetrol down there, I have the gallons, and then I filter it and I put it in the smaller containers. These are my white paints and black paints, so those would be my base paints for the Dutch pours. And then back there I have furniture paint, because before all of this, my husband and I used to make and upcycle and paint furniture. So I have a lot of furniture paint. Of course, we tried the general finish, but my absolute favorite is mud paint. And I will talk about mud paint all day and all night. I love their paint. I am not sponsored by them either, and that would be amazing. So if you're ever going to paint your furniture at home, go with mud paint. It's the best. So now we're back on this side of the room again. New light. I have 2 lighted areas to paint with now. I have my rack over here. It's storing the art that I'm selling, and I'll take it out this fall unless it gets all bought online. That would be amazing. Larger pieces. That's my shipping table, and then I just bought another Amsterdam, so I'm going to go ahead and mix that for Dutch consistency in that bottle. And, you know, you weigh everything out, so that's why I have it by my scale. And there you go, guys. This is where I am at. So I started off at my dining room table, just a small corner of my dining room table, and doing resin coasters. And so now I do art. And this is where I do it. All right, guys. If you have any suggestions, if there's anything you want to see, I still have that 20 by 20 sitting over there. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. I kind of want to try Pieces of Terra Artistry, her recipe. I actually want to try one of her designs. She does a pearl design, and then she does the Dutch pour in the middle. I tried it once before and it did not turn out right. But if something doesn't turn out right for me, I don't give up. It just challenges me to really do it. So I'm kind of thinking about doing that. But if you have any suggestions, something you want me to do on this 20 by 20, let me know. If there's a color palette you would like to see, let me know that as well. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. And I thank you so much for subscribing to us. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you do. I'd like for you to leave me a message if you'd like to, and just let me know what you're thinking, what you'd like to see, and have you tried art? Have you been doing this for years? Are you new? Technically, I've only been doing this art, this fluid art, since January or February. I take it back. Since February, I started doing the fluid arts. So it hasn't been very long. So new light, I'm super excited. So little by little, guys, if this is something you're interested in doing, just do it. Start off like me and go get Artist Loft paints. Get them on sale. Michaels does some amazing sales. They'll do I think buy one, get one 50% off. Every time buy at Michaels, rack up your rewards. Use your rewards. I mean, it's a good way to start. And you could see I have paints that are thinned out, and then there's still paint back there. I mean, they last, and if you want to be daring, I meant to say another thing. It's kind of important to mix brands of paint when you are doing art. So that's the reason why I bought Artist Loft and Liquitex, because you want to mix brands. That helps with cell formations. You also want to add a metallic of some sort. So I have a metallic green. I have a metallic blue. I don't think I have a Liquitex metallic, but if I'm doing an art, I may do one Artist Loft and then one metallic Artist Loft and then one or two Liquitex. And now I've mixed brands, and I've also mixed some pearls or metallics with opaques and things like that. Here, I don't think I have any metallic Artezas yet. That is on my wish list, by the way. I have a whole box of metallics on hold. But that's why I have the extreme sheen. I have the rose, the pearl. I may have all the colors. So any of these that I'm going to do, I try to mix. I'll literally pull a blue from here, maybe, and a purple from there. And then I'll pull a yellow here. And then I'll throw in one of these metallics. Anything to mix the brands so you can get crazy cells. This is one of my Dutch pours. You can see the cells. And then this one was a swipe. And I mean, I love this one. There's a story behind this one as well. If you're interested, ask me. Go ahead and leave it in the comments. Say, hey, Laura, why is that flag on black? And, it looks kind of different. So just leave it in the comments. Ask me why. Let's talk about it. So anyways, thank you so much, guys, for hanging in. I know it's a 20-minute video, but I appreciate you so much for hanging on. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.